Welcome back to part 3 of student project work. For the previous lesson, we end at purpose of the study. No, objective of the study, sorry, objective of the study. So let's go to research question. So your research question will be stated about 1 or 2 or 3 maximum research question. That was 3. These research questions must be addressed the issues that the students are facing. Should be addressed the issues that the students are facing. It is a research question and address the issue, then it means it is not a research question. So what I say, and the research question we'll call chapter 4. We'll be on say tables now, data analysis tables now, why and all. We'll be on say at least was each question behind 18 minutes of a particular problem at chapter 4. Okay, so let's go to limitation. The limitation of doing a project work, limitation then is see what point. And maybe project work now often a little bit difficulty. But you say what I say. And say share I take baby or school for no absent. So maybe or school no about now interactive project work. Ebi wɔ mpa na wɔpɛ ɔmo koraa interview ɔmo anaasɛ woyɛ test bi koraa woyɛ ɔmo test bi koraa mpo a bi wɔn sɛ ɛnɛ wei bɛba ɔkyena woyɛ mba so te ɛba saa na o project work no akɔ akɔyɛ study or nti let's go to chapter 2. Chapter 2 they are not sure they are going to ask you a question because it is the people that we are referring to, which is the optics. Say as soon as he was a kind of literature, literal skills, the literal skills, ebia obo ebia me Peter obo me say me can say ABCD, and he also all references to me. No, I don't think say there will be a possible question to be asked. So let's quickly move to chapter 3. Chapter 3, which is the research design. We're not going to talk about the introduction or the research methodology. We will go straight to the research design. The research design roadmap will be and I will go up and say what about the solve problem. Roadmap be if we are near if you are near again I will do it. So what I say, and so you just read through your research design. Menim ne ɛwɔ deɛ ɛte ba wohwɛ mu a wobɛhu sɛ wobɛnya point baako mmienu mmiɛnsa bi ɛwɔ hɔ sɛ wate ase na wakipu one thing a mepɛ sɛ moma wote aseɛ ne sɛ when the questions was asked quickly break it down into your local language sɛ wate aseɛ fabra wo local language fabra form sɛ wote aseɛ ɛwɔ wo local language na you can easily express yourself. You can easily convince them. So what I say, obi oha obi sa no ade kakra bi a onim kra no because of say panel na ahia ono nko agina ho a ye toto na no obi ho say onim kra na ogina ho e ba sa say work no na wo ye kra they will assume say nya wo na wo ye catch say what I say nti be bold. It's not something difficult. They want to testify that indeed you are the one who did this project work. So on. Okay. Let's go to preparation. The preparation about this project work, wait me, I define the preparation kakra. So on. And we define the preparation now now what about community no or community no ABI they are about ABI 300 and 300 okay me fancy BBC ABI we share ABI asset to fancy 300 okay now what break it into down say member say males are ABI 150 and females are also maybe 150. After that, now what about school population? Until so school population only 200. We'll be breaking it down into males and females. Maybe a male 100, maybe a female 100. Just example and a mema. Nti basa so and what's breaking it down into your class level. Which class are you working on? Maybe I'm working on the maybe class 2 or class 5. Class 5, what is the enrollment there? The enrollment are maybe 30. And 30, ɛma ɛyɛ sɛn, mmarima nso ɛyɛ sɛn. So what I say, and only here, one breaking it down into that level, study or the breaking it down. These are the core things, was at least the fundamental questions is expected to ask. So you have to study this part very well. Said obey and then I can break it into your local language so that you get fair idea on that. So okay, that was the preparation. Sampling procedure. The sampling procedure or the sampling techniques on microphone A30 and fancy all the fancy be from year 20. Now 20 no it be a problem concerning reading comprehension. It be at least the tool that you can use to select the entire population was maybe you use a purposive sampling to select the entire student in your class. So what I say, normally class size and share that and so soon be as so what I say, which is super positive sampling, you cannot do the random picking. Won't mean random won't mean for random and purposive sampling together. Won't mean for able. So what I say, and in this case, you see there were 36 people in the class. There were 36 people in the class. The purposive sampling techniques were employed since all of the students meet. So a lot of no breaking down. 20 were males and 16 were females. So we can be was amount the total 36 students. And that's what I say. It is a wokan way any male and female breakdown away and wokan boom now amount bear 40. It means it is wrong. It was a male and female and it corresponded with number of people in the class. That's what I say. EMRA research instrument or data correction instrument. Test and observation were used as a research instrument. Yes, these are the main two instruments researcher use here. That was test and observation. Maybe I would any test, maybe I would any test and interview, and also would any observation and interview. This is a sample one. This is a sample one. So what I say, okay. And after that, now tools we use here as data correction instrument as test and observation. You explain to them that this is how I implement the test and observation by explaining a little bit. Explaining kakra actual. So what I said, the test. Maybe I will conduct a class test. Class test now we are an exercise to know their performance, but maybe a test no normal performance and share that and test on with the accurate results. We test now their performance very well. Performance no so and observation too. A student and I say as a researcher with me transfer a study will be an answer study or they like distance. This student like distance. I was a with me transfer ever into conclusion say ABIO. Send a Nashi observe this problem, this problem. No, I was a it me ANC in order for them to achieve or in order for them to improve in their weak points. But I say what I say. And let's go to intervention. The intervention, nema odiba be go akwan a odibe solve sa problems. So what I say. intervention the man would be people and share any brofuk and let's go to the pre-intervention. Pre-intervention, after say when intervention, yeah, about pre-intervention. Pre-intervention, yeah, no fan say once you test and observation, and the test. Maybe I mean more test no more performance no ɛwɔ fam. So what I say, more performance na ɛwɔ fam. They perform very is it poor or okay, they perform very low. So what I say, the performance were very low. Nti pre-intervention ɔmo anya adeɛ nti pre-intervention no ɔmo test na ɔmo anya adeɛ no na ɛwɔ sɛ we implement the intervention no so what I say nti ɛhɔ na yɛba bɛnya intervention implementation so what I say nti intervention afei na yɛba bɛ implement ahwɛ sɛ schoolfoɔ no ɔmo performance no ɛbɛkɔ soro anaasɛ ɛnkɔ soro so what I say nti these are the interventions they go upon based on this sample work interventions they go upon intervention after the intervention we need to do the post intervention to testify that after the implementation of intervention their performance were encouraging or not so what I say after say why post intervention maybe I won't say school for now they can read. So what I say, they can read the English comprehension. So what I say, okay. And fun sir. In the challenge phase, who or project work sister, idea na face idea na firm. So what I say, data analysis plan. Data will present using a sample frequency distribution table showing frequencies and percentage of response provided. Each table will be followed by the brief discussion. That was a chapter 4 into data analysis plan. Yes, a frequency distribution table and percentage. Into chapter 4. Into chapter 4 that was the results and discussion. You see the response to research question 1. Research question 1 chapter 1 that was a solvable problem. So what are the research question 1? It's a what are the causes of people with disability to read age level test among basic 5 papers? So this is the response. So we said we are going to use frequency and percentage. These are the frequency and percentage. Let's say what I say. Okay. And the age response is the frequency and the percentage. But make sure that the total here corresponds to your population. The total here corresponds with your population. Okay. And after that, table now what I will discuss it. And the one say according to the data in table 2, the majority of people 50% were 8 years. So let's go to 50% and see if it was 8 years. Yes, look at this 50% correspond with the age level, which is 8 years. Okay. And in this case, let's go to chapter 5. You see the research question 2. This is the research question 2. So, and we have the result of the pre-test, and surely have to be a post-test result too. So, if you do the comparison of pre-test and the post-test, you could see that the performance of the post-test is encouraging than the pre-test, because the pre-test they couldn't perform, and after the intervention, their performance were encouraging. I hope I'm okay. So the chapter 5, the main question or the possible questions that the panel is likely to ask you is that, what is your recommendation? What are your recommendations? So the recommendation and the key findings. So at least for your recommendation, you have to capture about 2 or 3 recommendations, and summary of key findings to at least you provided for, and you have to keep at least 3 of them for you to able to convince them, right? And let's come to reference. The reference must be in an APA style, and it should be in alphabetical order. It should be in alphabetical order. Nti ọmụ abụbọ ọmụ din nyinaa a ọsị okotu ọmụ reference ọmụ ẹwọ chapter 2, especially yes chapter 2, bi betumi aba background to the study. Nti wei mu nyinaa ɛwɔ sɛ wo list ọmụ nyinaa din no ɛne nea ọmụ ɛka yɛ ɛne ọmụ book no title, baabi a ọmụ free, ɛwɔ sɛ wo list ne nyinaa ɛwɔ references. So what I say also list ne nyinaa ɛwɔ references. And it should be in alphabetical order and APA style references. Either 7th edition, 6th or 7th edition references. But what I say, and make sure say omo nyina ewu, because the panel now say in case say omo ratify say and omo dey go, we have a software called plagiarism, omo dey go na say ne nyina enim, and now say reference now is fake, then they can tell you to go and do it again. And we have the appendices too here. Appendix is here. So thank you for watching. If you have any question, please just comment on the comment section for me to respond to you. Please share the video to your friends. This video may be important to your friend, whether it's your classmate or your senior. Please share it to them for them to subscribe for the next video of project work. And we are not doing only the project work, it's ICT, general ICT. So day in, day out, I will be dropping a video that will solve daily activities or the daily problems that we encountered in our schools, offices, and other institutions. Thank you for watching.